Hi guys, we're going to continue at least a few missions with our friend Captain Lightning. But before we start, let's go see if we can get our Captain Marvel T-shirt from the vault. And you can see some of our new loading screens. So they're going to be a nice change of pace from the old ones. Not sure why it took them so long to put some new loading screens. Maybe it's very difficult to change those, or maybe they just didn't bother for some reason. Well, we'll never know. Hopefully, it's something that's fairly easy to do that I'll start doing on a regular basis. It's not a big deal. It's just that, although it's not as bad with PS4, on PS3, holy crap, do you look at those loading screens for a long time, sometimes it seems. Although even on PS4, with some games, holy crap, the loading scenes. There's a game, in especially that I won't name, like Destiny, where half the game is loading screens. It's that crazy. Anyways, so we got a new Egyptian shirt. That's good enough. Again, we got two Egyptian shirts, so let's destroy this one. The helmet we have already, and the pants we have already. So already you can see we're starting to get new. Oh, I can consume that. Already we're starting to get new, not new, but the items we already had by the truckload. It's always a bit fishy that out of the thousands of items there are, we get the same one twice, but it happens. What can you do? So I'm going to essentially this is the big version of the 52 item we got. So I will just save it in my bank for much later. Also, may as well take. Here's our new shirt bank, ladies and gentlemen. So, oh yeah, I do have the urgent mod. Uh, no, not yet. So let's put it. Usually I'll put it in the third slot. There's a few reasons behind that, but it doesn't really matter. Right now, anyway, it's useless to us. We can't use it, but at least we have it for now. I was almost tempted the other day to take the white mods. Should I? Nah, I don't have anything yet, but soon. Unlike the Wolverine, with this little guy, I will not put any mods. We change gear way too often. It gets a bit annoying after a while. Sure, it's good for the feat where you have to create items, like create 10,000 items. But I have another character that's working on that feat, so there's no real point. Holy crap, this is a pretty awesome one. This is the kind of base item we need more of. Anyways, so let's see what's our next mission. No joke. Uh, so let's go speak to Nightwing. Pretty sure he's in the East End police station, but yeah, East End. I should probably look to try to buy a few mods. How much money do I have? Uh, if I'm lucky, yeah, I'll be able to buy maybe one. So the base and legal 26,999. Let's go see the Gotham one, if they have it. Gotham and Metropolis 30,000, so not yet. And there's no just plain Gotham. I can't say I'm really surprised. It's really expensive. Let's see how much the Urgent Warfront is lately. 5,000, 8,000. That's pretty affordable. So no mods yet, but soon. So our friend Nightwing, where's Nightwing? Did I go to the wrong one? I went to the wrong one. That's okay, no biggie. There we go. It's pretty nice now that we can teleport from one police station to the others. Ages ago, we used to have to go through the watchtower every time.
Hey, I promised Gordon I'd babysit these two before they're taken to Arkham, or I'd join you out on the streets. Clowns are acting even crazier than usual because of the Joker's new toxin. That stuff is like atomized insanity. Good luck out there.
Sorry about that. I'm not sure why your DC Universe online isn't working. I believe there was some logging issue not that long ago, but I don't know. Right now it seems to be working fine for me. And we're still an hour and a half before reset, so sorry, I'm not sure why yours isn't working. Although if you keep on watching and then I crash, you'll know why.
Are using those clown heads as bomb delivery devices. We need to get those things off the street and confiscate their incendiary devices.
So today we're going to be fighting some clowns, lots of them.
Riddler here. This coffee table book is simply derivative of a greater world.
How are they getting away with this? We need more police.
I hope you guys enjoyed your 52 gifts. It's electric powers. Uh, Essentially, I'm using. I'll show you my loadout properly if you like. Essentially, I'm using electrogenesis for my damage over time. I'm using arc lightning, which also gives me a bit of health once in a while. I'm using word of power. That's my supercharge. Wired to give me a bit of an attack buff sometimes. Electro burst for a bit of crowd control when there's too many mobs around me. And ionic drain as my essentially finisher move. Although it does give me a bit of health, but not that much. And also ionic drain is my 50% buff. So it's multi-purpose. Either I use it to start my 50% buff, or I'll use it to try to finish off the opponents. So essentially, ideally, depending on the opponent, I'll start the damage over time, and I'll hit a few powers, or I'll give myself a buff, and I'll try to finish him off with the last one, the ionic drain.
I was about to die for the Joker's sick show.
And I can't reach the little guy. There we go.
There's no sense in any of this.
I'll probably change my loadout later down the line once I reach level 30 and have access to pretty much everything. We'll see.
How are they getting away with this? We need more police, more firefighters. Help! There's no sense in any of this. Oh, thank you. I was about to die for the Joker's sick show.
Whatever's happening here is a part of a bigger plan. I've decoded the signal that began at the start of the
Okay,
attack.
so we seem to be done with this part here.
I'm uploading
Or
the
are we? Oh, we still need the Joker head. Ah, there we go. So now we have to do the first clue, which is usually right here.
Whatever's happening here is a part of a bigger plan. I've decoded the signal that began at the start of the attack, and it's a series of coordinates.
There wasn't many clowns, so that's good. Usually there's like it doesn't clown around that thingy. So we can move on to the next clue. Uh, the style at least is good. Hi guys, thanks for joining. Apparently,
Force back in action?
some people are having a hard
That
time
American
logging
hero
into this
quit fighting
universe.
crime and started his
I'm
own
not sure why.
detective agency.
Oh,
From
exhibit.
clues, he's slipping into his old criminal lifestyle. Huh. I wonder why.
The Riddler's bizarre fixation with riddles prevents him from saying anything directly. When is an attack not an attack? When is
Now
it
let's take
not?
our side quest here.
The Joker's attack here is just a diversion. But from what? There's a second set of coordinates. I'm sending them to your map now.
And let's get this party started. So we have a few clowns here.
Freaky clown! Tell me if you've heard this one before. Laugh it up, spandex! Look who joined the party! Here was the time, here was the play!
Yeah. You know, I almost had him before you the gas control.
Good that you're on. I was about to ask if maybe it was a PS3 issue, but it could have been a PC as well.
Those freaky clowns!
Yeah. You
Well, at this point in time, our our level is pretty much our combat rating, from what I understand. Although technically, if you want to make sure, essentially my combat rating is 22, but my equipped combat rating is 21. I'm not sure how my combat rating can be 22 if I'm level 23. Uh, I guess it doesn't really matter. It's close enough.
Yeah. You know, I almost had.
So we need one more van. Where can we find it? Oh, there it is. I hate when it does that. There we go. So we got a brand new belt. So let's see if it's good. Not even for a style. What can you do? So clue number two. Where are you? Let's go check. Well, DPSing as an electric character
Got some
seems to
posters
work
back
so
there.
far. Essentially on PC, my main character is an electric character,
Sounds like the
and although
police.
I
Someone
agree, I
killed
play it
someone. What kind of
90% of
crazy
the
house
time
is
as a
that?
healer, but it's pretty much because I play most of my characters as a role. I rarely play DPS, only once in a while when people ask me to, or but this early in the game, I prefer to play as a DPS. Uh, Essentially, you don't really have healer gear yet, and also the enemies are squishy enough that you can pretty much burn them pretty quick. Uh, Essentially, especially at this stage, it's pretty much like a glass cannon fight. Essentially, it's you have to kill them before they kill you, and they can kill you pretty fast. The way they're hurting you, but you can kill them pretty fast too, so it evens out sort of. As a healer, it probably would be a bit uh, not quite as quick
I work for Wayne Tech. I've been assigned to retrieve and analyze
to
reports
burn
from
them, but
civilians in need.
no, I'm good. But thanks for the offer.
Getting close. Those robots. They're models of your tornado, the robot created by T.O. Morrow. Your tomorrow. The previous attacks were well designed to draw attention away from the Joker's new robot squad.
And we're back. My highest tune is 134, I think, or 131, and in that area. Essentially, I think my main on PC is like 131, and my main on PS4 is 130. I'd say 34, but maybe not. Maybe 132. Essentially, essentially, I have three characters at endgame content. Uh, if I appear lost a bit, I'm not used to playing this way, and it somehow it throws me off a bit. Like whenever I try to look at the minimap, I actually look at the portrait in the corner. I guess it messes up my distance. I'm used to having my eyes travel a certain distance to the map, and now I have to compensate for the map being in the wrong place. If it makes any sense. So I don't usually play like this. Um, all my characters are on the US PS4 PvP, except for this one. I thought I'd try one on the PvE server to see the difference. Essentially, to see the difference in population in the game open world. Because we often disagree on the forums, where some people will come to the forums and say how much the game is dead, is basically, and others will say that they don't understand. They see plenty of people, and there are people who say that they don't see anyone. And I can understand. Like on when I play on PC, it's pretty much a single player game. I'm pretty much always by myself in the open world, and once in a blue moon, I'll see another player.
Please refer to page 42 of the
Let's try and get a few ish point 8 point map. Well, yeah, I can move the map around, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to move it over the portrait in the corner. Like I'll show you. If even if I zoom out, like the map is still in the same place on the screen. It won't go in the right corner all the way out to the right corner as usual. So there's even backing up. It doesn't really solve my problem. Essentially, I'm used to looking at a certain place in my screen, and when I travel my eyes to that place, what I see is a handsome guy looking back at me. But nah, that's not the mini map. Okay, I'm in setting, and where do you want me to go? Okay. Because I can move the minimap. I'll show you. Where is it? Um, oh, it's probably here. Okay. Like essentially, the minimap is as far out as it can go. But even then, even if I could move it around, there's no way I can move it outside the game screen on top of the face of the portrait in the corner. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I'm probably say using the wrong words, but even if I try Vide, I won't be able to get the minimap outside of the gameplay screen, on top of the face in the corner. Hi, Infinity Yam. It's okay. Okay, let's beat up some clowns. Or some components I could click also. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I can move it anywhere I want to within the game screen. I won't be able to move it all the way in the corner on top of the face in the corner. That's where I'm used to looking at for the minimap. But the minimap is like 6 inches off. Well, actually 3 inches off from where I'm used to looking at it. That's the thing. I won't be able, even if I can move the minimap around, I cannot take it out of the screen into the interface of the chat thingy, if that makes any sense. PS4. I was on PS3 until not that long ago. Let me try this again. Let's go to settings. Let's go to UI. And here's the scale. So let's put it to the max as I did before. Oh no, I did the opposite before. So you see it's at the bottom, at the furthest to the right that I did put it in the settings. Then let's go back to UI. Let the scale. I'll put it to the opposite side. So sure, it's further down to the right, but there's no way to get it outside of the play screen on top of the face of the little guy with the yellow mask. I don't know. I can't explain it any clearer than that. So where's the robot parts? Oh, there's some. That's a 40-inch TV.
This is Riddler. Ah, the Towers of Hanoi. In order to understand the towers, you must.
I was tempted by a bigger one, but I figured next time. You want to overlap bars? I'm not sure I'm following you. Already did that. Let's show you again. Now the scale is all the way to the left. Let's take it all the way to the right. And there we go. And then let's try again. All the way to the left. And there we go. Well, we could try, I guess, the HUD. Let's try that. And the HUD alpha, all the way to the left. Oh, it's almost transparent. Uh, let's go back the way it was. Actually, maybe a tiny bit transparent. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Uh, Good enough. So where were we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Level 24. We're going to be the most powerful Captain Marvel this side of the Mississippi. Or something like that. So let's collect our clue. And then let's go clicky in our journal.
It doesn't take Batman to
We've
decode
got a brand
us.
new end blaster.
There's some trouble at the Monarch Trading Card Company. Updating your map.
And let's see what we got. A new PowerPoint.
The Riddler's compulsion to flaunt his knowledge in riddles has helped us, but condemned him. The Joker will kill him for exposing his J1.
Let's use the
With luck, you can get to the Riddler's
Weapon
brain
Expert
before the
feat.
others do. It's the only chance the Riddler's got.
Or power, I should say. And let's collect our... Oh,
Riddler here. I'm no fan of the night.
let's collect our side quest here. There's a lot of clowns. So let's try not to...
Greetings, unwitting potential dupe. Welcome to Riddler's Riddle.
That was easy. That's what happened when you're not looking at the screen. Um, so that will be all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Now, I started playing 4 years ago. I just wasn't paying attention to where I was going. I started playing essentially when the game went free to play. Uh, Not quite right then. I waited about 3 weeks. Essentially, I figured that when the game went free to play, the servers wouldn't be able to keep up with the huge amount of players wanting to try out the game, and that it would take the devs some time to adjust to the increase in population. So I waited about 3 weeks, figuring that the first week or two the game would pretty much be unplayable, and even 3 weeks after, the lag was pretty bad sometimes, and it took them still a couple more weeks to get the game playing right. But when they did, it was much better. So and I played as a premium player for about a month. Essentially, I purchased the Batman, the future Batman character for about $5, just so that I would be premium. And also, I hated using Robin in Legend, so I figured let's try with Batman, and with Batman it was much better. And then yeah, I played as a premium player for about a month, and I had bought also the Fight for the Light DLC at the time. And essentially, when Lightning Strikes was released, I toyed with the idea of buying Lightning Strikes and continuing as a premium player. But then I wanted to. I figured I would need at some point to buy some escrow and a few other things. So at some point, I figured, what the heck? I subscribed. I figured let's try the subscription for a month, see how it goes, and I've been subscribing ever since. and I played mostly on PS3. Although I played on PC too. Essentially, I started playing on PS3, and then I had friends who tried the game, but they didn't have a PS3, so they tried the game on PC. So to play with them, I also made a PC account. And then depending on essentially, I had some friends who started playing on PS3. So depending on who I wanted, I was planning to play with on any given night, I would play either on PS3 or PC, depending on. And and lately I got a PS4. So because also on PS3 the game was pretty much unplayable. The last few times I played it on PS3, the loading time, the rendering time took forever. There was a lot of rendering issues, a lot of things wouldn't render. PvP was a mess. I was always fighting invisible players, not always, but very often I would end up fighting invisible players, or I wouldn't see the objectives or things like that. So essentially the continuing to play on PS3 was not really an option, so I got a PS4, and I didn't want to buy a PS4 just for DC Universe Online. Uh, so I waited about 6 months more than I should have because of that. Essentially, at first, the only game I would play on PS4 was DC Universe Online. But then there were a few games that came out this summer or that made it worth it trying to play on PS4. Like essentially I bought the PS4 when the Arkham game was released. So I was able so I started playing the Arkham game, and then I had friends who wanted to play football and hockey, and then I played what other game did I get? Anyway, so and I get a handful of other games. So getting a PS4 made a bit more sense than it did 6 months ago, or even when PS4 was first released. So that's pretty much it. So anyway, so thanks for listening, guys, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye bye.